Hi, long time no see. I know it's crazy. I decided to come back and make a tutorial. I recently went to the Ateez concerts in Orlando, day 1 and day 2. This was my makeup that I did for day 1, which was like lemon drop themed. This is like some pictures for the concert. These are also my nails that I did myself, and I'm very proud of them. So yeah, lemon drop was the theme for day 1. And I got a lot of people asking for tutorials, so here it is, finally. But I'm excited at the same time, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to come back, so yeah, why not do an Ateez look for the first time in forever. Of course, when I go to film, I have a giant mountain. For priming, I'm gonna do the Porefessional matte primer from Benefit. This one is really good. It's the only oil controlling primer that I've got that still makes my skin feel really soft and like not silicone-y, if that makes sense. I usually put that like all over, especially like my T-zone. Cool. I went under my eyes with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is really good to kind of like plump back up your under eye area. So I'm just gonna put that underneath. Then I usually move on to color correcting. Morphe Under Eye Correcting Concealer. This is the lightest shade, it's called Blossom. But guys, get into this because this is actually like one of the first under eye correctors that I feel actually do something and they don't blend away if I add more product on top. Really, really good. So then I'm just gonna blend that out. And then I usually bring it onto my eyelids too. When I feel like I am having some redness or like some breakouts, I do color correct it with green. I'm actually gonna mix like a little bit of this. The Loreal Infallible concealer creates like a paler green corrector. And I just go through and I tap that on. I'm always a little red, like right around the nose. So then I threw it on there too. I'm actually going to use, I have a sample of it, but I've been loving it. The new Benefit Porefessional foundation. It looks like this. And I bought this foundation spatula when I went to Korea in 2023. And ever since then, I have loved applying my foundation with it. It gives you a really nice thin layer. Grab a bit on the spatula and I just start to smooth it over with like a thin layer. The Cosmetics brush, and this is the Full Coverage Complexion Brush number 77. It's dirty, don't judge me. But this one's really good. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer. Estee Lauder Futurist Soft Touch Brightening Concealer. This one has also been a really good product to not emphasize lines, especially under my eyes. So I'm just going to put that on. While that sets down just a little bit, I'm going to use the e.l.f. bronzer and contour shade, Fair, and it's a really nice cool toned contour shade, so it doesn't look super warm on fairer skin. So I'm just going to kind of dot that around the perimeter of my face. I'll put a little bit here too. Then to blend out my concealer, I'm going to use my tiny little Morphe sponge. I love how little it is and it gets like right under there. I'm going to move it to my eyelids too. And I'm not going to set it just yet. I'm going to actually do my blush, which is also a cream product. So I'm going to do my Nudestix, the all over face blush color in Blush Bling. You put this like right on my cheekbones. And then I do take it up a little bit into my temples. This just kind of gives us a nice base. I am going to add more blush later, but this is just to kind of add some color to our foundation or our base. So for powder, I'm going to use the Morphe Bacon Set Powder in Brightening Pink. And I'm just going to set underneath and I do kind of carry it up and out. And that just kind of helps when we put shadow. It's going to help to make it a more clean edge because it won't catch onto that area. Because this is also a really good blurring powder, I'm going to put this where I feel like I have a lot of texture and pores. Right here, my inner cheeks, my nose, right here, and then around my mouth and my chin. So I'm just going to kind of carve out the bottom of my brow just with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, just the bottom. Make sure that it's really nice and neat. Okay, for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna use old, I know, but the Lisa Frank Morphe palette. Okay, I'm first going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm just gonna use my finger to blend it. First go in with like this transition shade, like set all like the brow bone area. It just ensures that it blends a lot better. It's because we want a really diffused inner corner. I'm gonna use like a blending brush, just like this. Mix like this color, this yellow, and then the white, just to get a paler yellow. Okay, more yellow right here. I'm going to take more of this yellow right here, and I'm going to bring that wash of color more into the lid. This one here, it's like a peachy color, and then I'm going to mix it a little bit with this. So I'm basically just kind of mixing all different shades of yellow and orange and white. Focusing that on like the lid, and then slowly blending it up into my crease. You just want to make sure that the edges are very diffused. I'm going to grab a little bit of this pink because I have pink hair. I wanted it to mesh well a little bit better. Just kind of put it in the outer corner here. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this. It's like a silvery metallic color, and I'm just going to put a really light wash on the inner corner. Just like that. Then I'm gonna grab like a flat eyeshadow brush like this peach color that we used earlier, and I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line. Then for the waterline, the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Hemp Milk. This is a really good one. It's waterproof and it's very long lasting. So this one I feel like stays the best. Use the Fenty Beauty Fly Pencil Longwear Pencil Eyeliner in Bad Bride. It's more like a metallic white. I put that in like right in here to kind of bring more light. Next, I'm just gonna do an eyeliner, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I'm just gonna do a nice cat wing. And I kind of like to make it go up from where my waterline is, upwards that way. Pulling it more out than up, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to also pull it into the inner corner to make it more pointed, like a cat eye. I'm going to take an angled eyeliner brush, and I'm going to go in just to a matte black eyeshadow. I'm going to kind of like smoke out the liner just a little bit to make it look more sharp, if that makes sense. And I'm mainly just going to do it on like the outer half. Just smoke it out a little bit. This also helps when you want to perfect the shape too of your line. You can go back in with like a black shadow and diffuse the edges, and it helps to get you like a more defined look. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to curl the top ones and just put mascara on the bottom because I'm going to put clusters on the top. Next, I'm just going to take a black liner. This is the, oh, that's not it. This one, the NYX retractable eyeliner, and it's black. And I'm going to basically just tight line my upper lash line. And for mascara, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss Impress Press-On Falsies. These are actually really good. They do not come off. They don't start like lifting or anything like that, and especially during a concert, I know you do not want to be touching these up. So this is a really good option. They're also easy to take off at night, so they're not permanent, if that makes sense. They just come off when you gently pull them off, so these are really good. They give you a row of short, medium, and long. So I'm just gonna do long, medium, and then one short in the inner corner. I'm using the Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is the old formula. I know that they just changed it, so this is the one that is still made by Scandinavia. This is my ride or die. I use this for everything. It keeps your makeup from moving. It helps if you're like out and about. It cools down your face. It has like a temperature control technology. It really works. I will be out sweating, my face will not sweat. It's crazy, but I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna do one good layer of this. Let that dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my gems. I got this on Amazon. It's just like a bunch of different colors. I'm gonna use the yellow ones that we have in there, and then I do also have a regular rhinestone set, and I'm gonna just use these smaller ones and kind of like alternate them. And to grab them, I have like this wax pencil. This just helps you to pick them up and then put them on, and it makes it really easy and fast. I just grab some lash glue where I want the gems, and I wait for a second for it to get tacky, and then that's when I stick them. I'll do like 2 at a time. One here. Okay, they're not exact, but they're basically the same. So that's all that matters. Going to powder my entire face. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I love this stuff. It's amazing. A big powder brush. I think this is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending. There's powder everywhere. I'm going to contour a little bit more with the Petty Petta V shading palette. And I'm just gonna take like a mix of these two shades. Help to slim my face out by shading like the outsides. So I'll take this and I'll put it on my cheekbone, underneath my jawline, smaller brush, and I just contour the nose a little bit with that. Now I'm gonna bronze, so I have the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in the shade Buttercup. I get a really big fluffy brush and I just grab a little bit of product because it is very pigmented. And I just put it on like the tops of my cheeks and my temples. I'm gonna grab my blush. I'm using the MAC Glowy Play Cushiony Blush in the shade Blush Please. It's like a really cool like cushiony texture. And I'm just going to tap. And I like this color because it's more like a warm color, and the look that I was going for was very like summery, warm. And I do bring it in a little bit more, and I put it on the top of my nose. Now that I'm done blending in this area, I'm gonna do my brows. Lately, I haven't been really doing a lot with my brows. I've just been mainly filling in like the end, like the tail end where it's pretty sparse. I'll just fill in the arch a little bit. I'll extend the tail just a little bit as well. And I brush it out again. I also have a mole here that gets covered. One last round of setting spray. So for my lip liner, I actually used, I think it was the Fenty Beauty lip liner, which I really love because it's super long wearing and it does not transfer. I just don't have that on me today. So instead, I'm going to use a similar shade. It's the Kylie Jenner Booked and Busy. For lip color, I use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks. This is actually a brand new one because I completely used up my other one, which it's been a while since I've completely finished a lipstick, but I'm just so in love with this formula and like the color. So this is it. Fussy. I don't even know if you can see that. I did forget to put highlight, so I'm gonna do that really quick. This is honestly a really old like Wet n Wild palette, but I'm gonna use this like highlight shade. It's like a pinky highlight on the tops of my cheeks. It's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Faux Dough. It's a really pretty pink champagne color, and I like to just put that right on the tip of my nose, and then I blend it out here, and then just kind of like drag it down like that. My brow bone too. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do plan to make more videos again, so definitely look towards those. Let me know if you recreate this look. Okay, bye.